time you're eating, find Greg with his cheerleading hands up there in the corner. And he can tell you what time you're eating. And if you have Cirque reservations, some of you are on Thursday and some of you are on Friday. So I suggest going to your room and looking at your TV screen just to confirm what day your Cirque reservations are. Most of you know when they are, but if you don't, go to your TV screen and take a look there. And one other announcement, tomorrow after Audra's show, Seth will be selling his amazing book. Another merchandise, right? Is it just your book?
And my t-shirt line.
And his t-shirt line. What did you see him wearing when he was matching his mother the other day? Wasn't that cute?
Bring that up.
All right, now on to the better part of the day. The microphone.
Just FYI, I can't take this crazy room cards. I have to have actual cash.
Right, so bring your cash.
Sorry.
And also with any of the other performers selling their CDs, if you do want to buy any of their CDs, we do have to do it with cash, so you can find them and buy their CDs that way.
American money, not Bermuda craziness.
All right, well, you guys are in for a real treat. I always find it a blessing each year to be able to share these cruises with this wonderful lady. And she will be starring in 9 to 5 in Chicago coming up. So if you're in Chicago, you must go see it. You saw her a little bit last night, and we are so thrilled she's here with us today. She's amazing, and get ready to feel some amazing music. Ladies and gentlemen, Marya Grandy.
Thank you, everyone. I finally did it. Went to the lawyers, picked up a pen, and signed the papers. Then I smiled and left his office, knowing that there was no turning back. And the whole way home, I barely breathed, just waiting for the panic attack. But I'm not in a panic. I'm ecstasy, 'cause starting today, it's all about me. I'm gonna get in my car and drive and blow through every yellow light. And if I get pulled over, I'll just show some leg and flirt my way out of it. I've been Doris Day, now I'm gonna be Haley from here on out. It's all not really, I mean, I've performed on Broadway and I perform a lot, but it's not really, it doesn't. Although I don't think you can really swing a cat in New York and not hit an actor who was not in this, but I guess I was lucky enough to be in that show. My name is Marya Grandy, and I've been lucky enough to get to work with our family vacations in the Broadway cruise and Greg and Kelly. I was on the inaugural cruise in 2004 where I met Seth, and the first time that I met Seth, I got from Seth, I don't know who you are. I said,
I didn't.
I know, which is fine. Nobody knew who we were. It was a completely untested idea that we were doing, and this experiment has since blossomed into, now this is our 10th year? 9th year? 10th, yes. Did you say 10 or 9, Kelly? 10, holla! And it's just been amazing. My husband Matt Heimer, who's also on the cruise and who's also on team. I think it's fair to say this is our favorite week of the year. I've told Greg and Kelly many times that it's always just such an honor and a blessing to get invited back, and I feel like to get to spend the week with you good people and to get to just immerse ourselves in the Broadway show culture. And Seth Rudetsky does yeoman's work on the boat. I don't know when you sleep, I don't know when you eat, but you're there, you're more or less on time, you're always prepared.
She's not joking.
It's a safe room, we can say these things to each other. But I grew up I've known I wanted to be a performer from the moment that I came into this world, and my parents were very, very supportive of me, and one of the first albums that I memorized was Chorus Line when I was a kid, and Annie, of course. But Chorus Line was sort of the first adult one, and I remember it was kind of scandalous because it had some swear words in it, which was a big deal in my house, and the fact that I got to sing songs that had some swear words in it was huge. And there was one part in particular that I really, really wanted to play. I was desperate to play it. And my mom kind of had to have this conversation with me where she said she didn't think that was ever going to happen. And I was heartbroken, and I couldn't figure out why not until I finally saw the show and I realized that the part that I wanted to play was a Puerto Rican woman. And it was heartbreaking. But now I get to do my own show, so I'm going to be Puerto Rican for the next 5 minutes. I am so excited because I'm going to the High School of the Performing Arts. I mean, I was dying to be a serious actress. Anyway, it's the first day, and we're all sitting on the floor with our legs around everybody one and back of the other. And the teacher, Mr. Carp, he turns to us and he says, okay, you're on a bobsled, and it's snowing out, and it's cold. Go. Every day, for a week, we would try to feel the motion down the hill. Every day, for a week, we would try to hear the wind rush, feel the chill. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what I had inside. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried, and everybody is going whoosh, whoosh. Oh, I feel the cold, I feel the snow, I feel the air. And Mr. Carp turns to me and he says, okay, Myra, what did you feel? I said, it's Mariah. And I said, nothing. I'm feeling nothing. And he said nothing could get a girl transferred. They all felt I would like to invite up my dear friend and partner in crime and the creative director for the cruise, Bernard Dodson. Bernard and I met doing the Easter bonnet competition a couple of years ago, which for those of you who don't know, Broadway Cares and Equity 5 Days does a huge fundraising effort twice a year that culminates in these two huge events that happen in Broadway theaters, and there are huge production numbers that are involved, and Bernard and I met each other, and basically like within seconds of meeting each other, it was, oh, right, I know you. I know
You're amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
you're amazing. And then I heard him perform, and I went, oh, I see. That's how it works with him. And how can I get him on stage as soon as possible? So Bernard and I became fast friends, and his husband Scott and my husband Matt, the four of us get together, and we just make each other laugh all the time, and we were very, very lucky.
We call each other the boogers, because you can't get rid of a
Yeah.
booger. That's what you are.
Yeah.
We're
So,
the boogers.
yeah, if you hear us shouting, booger, across the hallway, it's a term of endearment. Or a warning. I don't know. Bernard and I have each done productions of Smokey Joe's Cafe, and we have not had a chance to do it together yet. The odds of that happening are probably pretty great, because once you do Smokey Joe's Cafe once, you're in the running to do it. You're guaranteed to do it probably about another 3 or 4 times in your life. So we're rolling the dice and see if that's going to happen. But until then, we would like to sing this song from Smokey Joe's Cafe.
Treat me like a fool. Treat me mean and cruel, but love me. Break my faithful heart, tear it all apart, but love me. If you ever go, darling, I'll be so lonely. I'll be sad and blue, crying over you, dear. Oh, I would beg and steal just to feel your heart.
like to invite a special friend up. We've just been sort of chatting on the ship, and he was talking about my show, and how much you liked my show, and would it be okay if he came up and did a little thing, and I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe. Alright. What are you gonna do? And he said, well, I have a surprise. And I was like, well, that makes me nervous, but alright, let's see. How far can we go? So I'd like to invite Mark Funk to the stage.
Thank you. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm really nervous. We've been coming, my family and I have been coming on this cruise, I don't know, it's like 40 times or something like that. And, the cruise at ours is very special to us for a lot of different reasons. But over the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to figure out a way that I can make this one more memorable. More memorable and also embarrass my children at the same time. We're from Minnesota, and some of you may know that Minnesota a couple months ago became like the 11th or 12th state to pass marriage equality. So I talked to Greg and Marya, and they were gracious enough to help me make this cruise memorable. So, honey, you've been very patient with me over the last couple months. You know, I don't get down on my knees very often. When I do, it's for something big. So, if you would do me the honor of being my husband.
You now have to do that at all of my shows. Because even if I tank, I mean, come on. Another round of applause for Shane. Your sons, Pablo and Rudy. You're watching go on over there, and it's just like, it's been quite a summer so far, wouldn't you say? All right, back to what counts. Broadway. How many of you got to see Next to Normal when it was either in New York or on tour? I loved that show. And what I loved about it was that it wasn't, it sort of defied every possible convention of musical theater, but it still managed to affect you on a visceral level the way a lot of what would be considered classic Broadway musicals would. Like it hits you in the gut sort of with the way that South Pacific can hit you in the gut, or West Side Story can hit you in the gut. And I'm lucky enough to work with a singer-songwriter named Andrew Byrne, and he had written a song, or adapted a song, that was about an audience member's perspective going to see Next to Normal, and sort of how it defied her own conventions. And it's, yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say about it. I'll let the song speak for itself, other than to let you know that for those of you truly in the know, the song is to the melody of the baseball game from Falsettos by William Finn. So a lot of words, a lot of intervals. We're sitting here at the show next to Normal. We have this sort of informal group of suburban moms who love to see musical theater. We adore an elf. We are suburban moms who love to see theater, and I love Broadway. I really do, more than the rest of them. I love Broadway. I heard the show was good, so we're here, although we haven't a clue what it's about. We figure we check it out. I sure hope it isn't walking right down stage center. She's a suburban mom who seems really perky and quirky. She's singing loud. This show is kind of wacky. Maybe it will be like Mamma Mia, a Minecraft family. What's that she said there? Look, she dropped a whole loaf of bread there. I think that son is just adorable. We're sitting, and now the act is progressing, and it's a little distressing. She's at her therapist, she's got a clenched up fist, and they are singing about lots of drugs. Cole Porter or Berlin never used Klonopin as a lyric in song. So what kind of a script is this? Just what I wanted when I came to a show. Hearing songs about Prozac, isn't that what everybody dreams about? Seeing in a big Broadway show. I come to theater to lose myself in fantasy and not to see reality in front of me. I love Broadway. I love Broadway. That's what I'm doing. The next scene just began. The family's sitting down to dinner. Oh, that's nice. She just brought in a cake, so it must be someone's birthday. Why does everyone look so sad? Wait, the son is dead. What a manipulation! Come on! If the son is dead, then this is all her hallucination. This is upsetting. My palms are sweating. I'm uncomfortable. I want a refund. I want some Disney. I want an antidepressant. We're sitting, and now it's past intermission. Diana's with her physician, and all her memories are forgotten. Her relationships are rotten, and I'm trying to find the positive message somewhere inside this taxing show. Keep a wide open mind. Don't shut yourself down. Keep your eye on the show, 'cause you never know. Maybe all this grief was worth the trip. As Act 2 starts to close, I'm surprised by my reaction. I'm emotionally a total wreck. I did not expect to feel such a rush, and I have to give them credit. I do not remember crying when I went to see Shrek. How could I know musicals can be really deep? But they can. Yes, they can. Please God, let there be lots more shows like this. I'm standing to give the cast an ovation, and I am feeling elation 'cause the material is thrilling, and I'm glad that I was willing to remember that things aren't always so simple, and I want more musicals that challenge me to think about what's wrong and what's right. Maybe I'll see Rock of Ages Tuesday night.
Again, that guy's name, the guy who wrote the lyrics for that song is his name, Andrew Byrne. He has a ton of stuff on YouTube. His sheet music is available for purchase. He's a terrifically talented guy. I'll be doing another song of his later in the set, but yeah, he writes some pretty good stuff.
I'm an unrest inside me. Oh, it's long I've had such an unrest inside me, and it's getting real bad.
show a couple of years ago from New York, and we are sort of kind of living the dream. We get to be bi-coastal, with one of the coasts being Lake Michigan. Because both Matt and I do a fair amount of work in New York, and one of the things I did most recently there, this past fall, I got to be part of the critically acclaimed off-Broadway revival of Closer Than Ever. We have half of the cast here, because Anika Larson and I got to do the show together, which was amazing, because we went to college together, and only like passed each other briefly in one show, and so we never really got to perform together.
Okay, by college she means Yale.
That and 250 will get me on the subway. But in any event, it was wonderful to get to sing all of this music. And when I had this crazy experience where I had done another show that Richard Mulvey and David Shire had written a couple of years ago, and I was just in the ensemble of it, and I didn't think I had made any kind of impact whatsoever. And then Richard Mulvey called me and asked me to take over for a part in the New York production, which was just like crazy town to me, because that doesn't happen. That happens to people like Audra McDonald. That doesn't happen to people like Myra, Marianne, Grandy. That doesn't happen to me. And so when he told me, I said, oh, great, so I'm going to get to do the Sally Mae's part, who sings Miss Bird and back on bass and that stuff. He said, no, actually, I want you to do the Woman One track, the Lynn Wintersteller part. I went, oh, okay, which I was equally excited about, but that Lynn Wintersteller like busts out some soprano jams, and I had not done that in a while. And when Seth found out that I was going to Closer Than Ever, he was like, oh my God, I can't wait for you to do the Sally Mae's part. I said, actually, I'm doing Lynn Wintersteller, to which Seth wrote, not cool. But then Seth and James came to see the show and got to see Anika and me, and they were
So amazing. My editor at Playbill, Playbill.com, freaked out over her and would not stop Facebooking. Ryan was amazing. It's so unfortunate that show was not on Broadway, because Audra would be the only one with 5 Tony Awards. She was so good in the show.
Thank you, Seth. But one of the songs that I got to sing is a song I'm going to sing for you now. It's called Life Story. It was a liberated marriage. We share the household chores, of course. We understood each other's feelings right down to the day of our sensible divorce.
was not complete. So now my son's halfway through college. I pay tuition like a fine. I'm still this feisty freelance writer, resume well honed and well toned. 49. I find that getting work is harder. Each job I want takes more campaigning. And those sweet young things who hire me now, those MBAs making 80 thou, who smile and ask what I have done, have they got their jobs from the fights I won? Oh, they should all stay home and have babies. But I'm not complaining. And in the evening at my window, as I watch Jersey growing dim, I feel a troubling emotion summed up in this notion. I wish I'd stayed with him.
Lord knows, each day with him was madness.
As I have spent my life maintaining, but more and more I recall the joy, my golden dreamer, my lost boy. Our life was life in the twilight zone, no worse than life alone. And well, I chose my way, and I'm not
Thanks, guys. That show was fun to do, but holy cow, there are a lot of words in that show. A lot of words and a lot of notes, and Eve and I would sit in the dressing room backstage going, I miss wine. Yup! I miss cheese.
How long did you have to learn the whole show?
4 days.
Really? There are like 30 songs in the show.
Who you telling?
Wow, that's crazy. And all that harmony and the staging?
Yeah.
Why did they wait till 4 days before to figure out they had to get somebody?
Well, they knew they had to get somebody, and they're going to talk about doing it in Chicago, and then that kind of fell by the wayside, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's always a mad scramble, and then it gives you good stories to tell, and but yeah, there are a lot of words, man. And also, like, I loved Closer Than Ever when I was in college. I listened to it all the time, but I was 19 years old, so none of that stuff really resonated with me. Like, those songs are about being a grown-up. They're about, like, they're about milestones in your life. So when I listened to Life Story, my life story was like, I sure hope there's enough friends at my party this weekend. Like, that was my life story. It was like, I sure hope this sperm grows out okay. Like, I love the tunes and stuff. There would be songs in there. There's a song in there called Patterns that's in the second act that I got to sing when it was off Broadway, but I have such a distinct memory of when that first came on the CD. I was like, boobs, no, boring. And then I got to sing it in the show, and the first time I sang it through, I was like, oh, now I get it. Because now I'm old. Older. All right, that's enough of that. So the next song I'm going to do is a song that's written by this new up-and-coming musical theater writing team, Ben Pasek and Justin Paul, who were nominated for Tony this year for their score of Christmas Story. And they are all of 27 years old. They are true wunderkinds, and I had the opportunity to work on a couple of workshops of another show they did called Dogfight that started, yes, I know, beautiful music. That started at Lincoln Center and then it moved to Second Stage where it had its off-Broadway debut last summer. And unfortunately I was doing something else at the time and I couldn't do it. I'm sure that's the only reason why it didn't work out. But I remember doing multiple readings of the show. There was this one song in it that was just, it absolutely broke my heart. I thought it was so beautiful. And when I met Benj and Justin and I saw just how young they were, I was kind of amazed that they had this sort of like gravitas to them. And I also knew that this was a song that I wouldn't ever get to sing. I just wouldn't get cast in this part in their show. So I thought, well, if I ever do my own show and if it's okay with them, and it's what's wild is that like I'm friends with them. It's now I'm at this point in my life where like the next generation is coming up and we all know each other. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it, quite honestly. Like the fact that I know Seth Rudetsky, the fact that I got a shout out from Audrey McDonald made my head fall off a little bit, and that I know Benj and Justin, that I can send them an email and say, would it be okay if I did? And they're like, oh my God, thanks. So with that being said, this is a song from Dogfight, and it's called Pretty Funny. Close the window, draw the curtain, hide the bright light of the moon, hang the dresses of pretty dresses. No one likes maroon. Wipe off all that stupid lipstick. Return the earrings to their case. Makeup won't make any difference. Still the same old face. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Pretty funny. All disasters have an upside. You can find one if you try. You went dancing, you were dancing. You were dancing with a guy. their talented faces. All right, I got one more song for you. I know the casino's right there. Y'all are jonesing. This is the other song that I was mentioning by my friend Andrew Byrne, and the entire song is original. It's not from a Broadway show per se, but it is in that vein. And I just want to thank you so much for coming to the show. Endless thanks and gratitude to Seth Rudetsky. Amazing. And Kelly Carpenter and Greg Kaminsky. I just love you guys. And for those of you for whom it is your first trip with the Broadway cruise, welcome. We're beyond thrilled to have you. We call this, Matt and I call this Christmas. So we're so glad to be spending Christmas with you and on the boat with just like thousands of Santas, because the gifts just never end. So please come back, do other cruises with our family. It's the greatest summer camp ever. And you get to hang out with counselors and live your dreams of being in a show. And then I don't know, I feel like it's the vacation for you, but it's the gift for the team to get to meet all of you and to get exposed to so many wonderful people, to get to experience it. And you really do us a great honor by sharing your vacation with us. So come again, and for those of you who keep coming back, just keep coming back. Mark and Tim, I'm flotsam. I really am. I am. I'm so happy for you guys. Yay. All right, here we go. Peace and quiet, you've come to me at last. I can't believe this week has gone by so fast. Lila and Charlie are playing down the hill, and so the time is now. This is not a drill. I've got to quench this need. I must fulfill. Tiptoe down the flight of stairs and look all around. When I see it sitting there, my heart starts to pound. I look in everything I need, making sure it all fits. And so it's finally time for some karaoke hits. Pick up that microphone, flip the switch. From a nice New Jersey mother to a badass basement bitch, it's time to groove, time to grow, time to play some air guitar. 'Cause tonight, Mommy is a rock star. How do I get you alone? Was that the noise upstairs? Oh God, I would die if they heard me belting out "And Big Girls Don't Cry." I better go and just make sure that no one is there. Oh snap, I didn't know that they had living on a prayer. Oh, pick up that microphone, start again, to become that feline femme fatale that you used to be back then. You gotta growl, gotta howl, gotta show 'em who you are. 'Cause tonight, Mommy is a rock star in the rec room. She's a vamp in the minivan. So carpool ladies, suck on this and keep up if you can. Welcome to the suburbs. We got grocery chains. We got everything you want. Organic ancient grains. I'm a cake maker, bed maker, caretaker. Don't you mess around with me. Mortgage, it's too high. New house, we can buy it. Or it's not high. Time to refinance. Mommy's a rock star. Mommy's a rock star. Mommy is a star. Lila, Charlie, how long have you been here? I thought you were at home. Oh, I guess that's clear. I know that I bought have one more. And again, this is not a show tune per se, but I would say in light of everything that's been going on in recent months with marriage equality and so many of our nearest and dearest finally having the opportunity to be considered equal in the eyes of the law, which is how it should always have been. This song has been kind of playing in an endless loop in my head, and it's always been a favorite of mine. I feel like now it has even more resonance. So. I see